PGA Tour wrapped up its regular season over the weekend with Henrik Stenson winning the Wyndham Championship. Now it's time for the FedEx Cup playoffs. Here to help us get ready for golf's postseason are Sports Illustrated senior writer Alan Shipnuck and Golf.com's Jeff Ritter. And guys, we're talking playoffs. The top 125 players in the FedEx Cup standings, they're converging on New York for the start of the playoffs. We got a new venue this year, Glen Oaks Club out on Long Island. Let's talk about this format. It's been tweaked quite a bit, almost on an annual basis. The top 100, they'll advance from New York to Boston. New sponsor, new name up there. The Dell Technologies Open coming next week. After that, 70 go from Boston to Chicago. Then, of course, the top 30 move to the Tour Championship in Atlanta. Alan, this thing has been poked, prodded, tweaked, you name it. They've played with the FedEx Cup format. As it stands right now, does it still work for you?
It works. I would like to be a little more volatile, where guys fly up and down the list every week in the playoffs. Obviously, they want it to be a season-long reflection of excellence, so they want to weight the so-called regular season a bit heavier. But the majors define the season, the players. There's a lot of benchmarks throughout the year. I think the playoffs should be crazy, and guys' fate is decided by a single putt every Sunday. And so I'd like to be a little crazier and more volatile. What
about you, Jeff? Alan makes a good point, because when you look at playoffs in other sports, the regular season gets them there, but then everything else gets thrown out the window at that point.
It's improved. I mean, there's that classic example from, I believe it was 2008, when VJ arrived at the Tour Championship, and it was a mathematical certainty that he was the winner as long as he just played the full 72 holes. So we've gotten past that. I still think the Tour Championship, the final event, instead of this 30-player stroke play, I would love to just see them make it 32 players, match play. Like the math and everything, it works to get there. You have to get down to 32 somehow, but there's too much math still happening at the Tour Championship. So I would just like to see, put them in brackets, mano a mano, match play for $10 million.
That'd be fun. But also, there's 25 guys who don't have a chance at the Tour Championship, theoretically. You know, if any of the top 5 win the Tour Championship, they win the Cup. So you've kind of marginalized most of the field. I would like every guy at the Tour Championship to have a chance to win the $10 million in some fashion. I think
that sounds like an endorsement for match play at the Tour Championship.
Even if you don't go match play, at least tweak the points so everyone shows up in Atlanta thinking they can win the pot. So when you're giving 5 guys a free pass, essentially, all they got to do is win the tournament, which isn't easy, but it's a small field on a mediocre golf course. So I like match play, or at least some major reshifting of the points at the Tour Championship.
I had a Tour Pro tell me last year that match play down the stretch, if you could get one-on-one for $10 million, I think no matter who that is, people are going to watch that, Alan. I mean, that's one way. You would like to crown a champion in sports. It's often not only the best team, but often the hottest team that's crowned champion. That'd be a way to get guys hot down the stretch, hot in the Tour Championship, and then all of a sudden, you have a made-for-TV one-on-one event, right?
Well, that's why, Bill Haas's FedEx Cup victory resonates, because that's what it basically turned into, even though he's not a marquee player, but everyone remembers that shot out of the mud and everything that came with it. So, yeah, basically, you're trying to create an iconic moment, and the way the points are right now, I don't think we quite get there.
Yeah, every Tour Championship that's resonated, it's been that guy who has won the event itself and then taken the $10 million with it. It's happened a few times. Those have been the best, additions of that event. Keep that going. Match play. Happen every year.
It would be a lot of fun.